and when it can be done, and what should be done first and what should be done next. And all these planning and the execution of planning will be by means of a control. A planning can be done. A planning will be done by the planner, and whether these can be executed according to the given input parameters or not, that will be done by the control parameters. Okay, controlling. So the planning and controlling have to be flow in a systematic way. Okay, and this planning, okay, and this planning will become ineffective. The planning will become ineffective when you are not going to do any kind of controlling over the manufacturing systems, wherein the process plan, the concurrent engineers and advanced manufacturing methods, all these will be leading to the complication. I'm not talking about a simple plan, the production planning. Very complicated assembly jobs wherein so many processes have to be done. There, a very important thing is that as per the planning, if it is not executed, it is not controlled, then the whole thing will be vanished. So that the controlling system is, it is an integration of the raw material available and the materials available, the manual effort available. If it is so, what to be done first and what to be done next, and whether it required any kind of the storage buffer in between the systems, or you need to do any kind of the preliminary work on the main part before it is loaded into the other machine. All these will be done, and once only the thing is that the execution of this will be done by the controlling systems. Okay, and the production planning consists of the triple M I have given: the man, material, method of production or method of manufacturing. And here same thing I'm discussing here. The first one, deciding which product to make and what quantity when it can be completed. It is a main important production planning. And when the delivery is scheduled, and how, based on this, how the production can be continued in order to get the products, and the planning of the manpower and the equipment needed are required for completing this job. And these are the three important production planning. Okay, to plan the product, what product and how many quantities we require to do, and when is the scheduled delivery date, and based on this, what would be the production part and how the production have to be executed. Then if it is so, and how, what is the manpower required and how many equipment and machineries and measuring systems are involved in this production planning, all this will be done. And within the scope of this production planning, which includes the aggregate production planning. The aggregate production planning is what? The aggregate production planning, if it is slightly disturbed, then whole activities will be disturbed. The aggregate production planning is that there must be a coordination between the production unit, the design unit, and the storage, okay, and the raw material available. That is what, and the machine maintenance engineers and the machine maintenance schedule engineers. All these should have very good coordination. So this is what is called as aggregate production planning. For example, I have scheduled in this particular shift, this particular machine have to work for 8 hours continuously. But as per the weekly maintenance or annual maintenance or regular maintenance, a particular machine has to be maintained for an hour in this particular schedule. But the schedule sheet will be not correct because of the maintenance engineer and the production planning engineer doesn't have the coordination in this particular slot only. Okay, in this particular slot only. For example, in a particular day, we will be having 6 classes, And unfortunately, my class is falling in 5th hour, and that hour I want to conduct one small seminar for the student, a mechanical firm. And I have already planned it, that but it is unplanned, and suddenly it happened that I have to go for the other program. That has to be planned properly in the beginning, so that I can eliminate this particular hour from my planning. This is what any machine has to be maintained. A regular maintenance is there, or early maintenance is there, or weekly maintenance, shift wise. Based on that particular the maintenance time have to be taken into account in order to schedule the production. That is called aggregation of the production planning. It is coordination between the different departments. Those are supporting for the production. And master production plan. And once we get the aggregate production plan, okay, you understood that the material is available from the material department, from the production department, all the machineries are okay. From the maintenance department, this particular machine have to be maintained for an hour. That is also okay. And all these sheets have been taken. This aggregated production planning will be converted into master production schedule. The master production schedule will be taking the confidence of all these departments and prepare the master production schedule. Okay. And once the master production schedule is ready, the material requirement planning have to be done. The material requirement planning for this particular master production schedule, definitely I can able to estimate how many products I can give and how many machines are involved in this production and what are the raw materials which are required. Definitely raw material requirement planning can be done. And once the raw material the requirement have been given, we can implement it in the computer, because this is integrated with the store unit, the raw material unit, storage unit. Therein it will be having the interface, and it will be getting the collection of these raw material information, and then the capacity planning. And with this raw material, with this master production planning, and what would be the production capacity? In the beginning chapter, we have studied the mathematical models, the rate of production, the production rate, the time required for the cycling, time required for the loading, unloading, and idle operation, and testing operation, testing time, and all these will be taken into account. And finally, I can able to give what is the efficiency of the plant. That is about the capacity of the plant. So with this available informations, I can able to plan, and I can able to say, I can able to give this much of output. So based on this, we have received the information from the customer, so and so product have to be developed. And against to this, how many schedules I have to keep, how many hours I have to work, and when I can, when it is expected that I can give the completed parts to the customers. All these can be scheduled. So these are very, very important. Aggregate production plan, master production planning, and material requirement planning. And apply to remember, MPP is the master production planning, MPC is master production schedule, and MRP is material requirement planning. Okay, and capacity planning. Okay, these are the things. And in the production planning, will be coming across two stages. In the production planning, will be coming across two stages. Now I'll be stopping here. The next part will be continuing in the next this one. Just I'll be giving the introduction to this. And aggregate planning and detailed planning. Aggregate planning is, this planning will be done for a shorter amount of time. It may be for the 1 week schedule or 1 month schedule, like that. And detailed planning is for the entire 1 year or few years. It is a longer goal. Just we can say it is for the months together, and the first one is for the days together. How this aggregate planning and the master production planning will be done, we can see them in the next class. Now I'll be leaving this next 5 minutes for the